Most people think their mind is weak because life is difficult, because pressure is high, because responsibilities are heavy. But Swami Vivekananda warned us of something far more dangerous. He said the mind does not become weak because of struggle. The mind becomes weak because of one silent habit. A habit so common that most people don't even notice it. And once this habit takes root, no amount of motivation can save you. Swami Vivekananda believed strength was the very foundation of life. That is why he said, strength is life, weakness is death. But what creates weakness in the mind? Not failure, not hardship, not pain. The habit that weakens the mind is constant mental surrender. Let me explain. Most people surrender mentally long before life defeats them. A problem appears, and the mind immediately says, I can't handle this. A fear arises, and the mind says, what if everything goes wrong? A challenge comes, and the mind says, I'm not strong enough. This habit, repeating weakness inside your own mind, slowly trains the brain to obey fear. Vivekananda warned strongly against this. He taught that every thought you repeat becomes a command. If you repeatedly think weakness, your mind learns weakness. If you repeatedly doubt yourself, your mind learns doubt. The most dangerous habit is not failure, it is mentally agreeing with fear. This is why Vivekananda was so strict about self-talk. He believed the mind should never be allowed to speak against itself. Because the moment the mind believes it is weak, it starts collapsing from within. The second form of this habit is complaining. Complaining may feel harmless, but Vivekananda saw it as poison. Every complaint is a confession of helplessness. When you complain, you tell your mind, I am a victim. Life controls me. I have no power here. Repeat this long enough, and the mind forgets its strength. Vivekananda taught that even in pain, one must stand firm. Not because life is kind, but because the mind must never be trained to feel powerless. A strong mind does not deny difficulty. It simply refuses to kneel before it. The third way this habit shows up is depending emotionally on others. Vivekananda warned against this repeatedly. He believed emotional dependence weakens inner strength. When your peace depends on someone's approval, your confidence depends on praise, your calm depends on circumstances, your mind becomes fragile. Every small change shakes you. That is why Vivekananda said, stand on your own feet. He wasn't talking only about money or career, he was talking about mental independence. A strong mind does not collapse when support disappears, it becomes stronger. The fourth expression of this habit is avoiding discomfort. Most people run from discomfort, difficult conversations, hard work, inner silence, self-discipline. But Vivekananda believed discomfort is the gym of the mind. Avoid it and the mind weakens. Face it and the mind strengthens. He said struggle is not an enemy. It is training. Every time you avoid what is uncomfortable, you tell the mind, you are fragile. Every time you face it, you tell the mind, you are strong. The mind listens. The fifth and most subtle form of this habit is scattered attention. Vivekananda believed scattered energy creates weak minds. Too many opinions, too much noise, too much information, too much talking, too little silence. When attention is divided everywhere, the mind loses depth. Depth is strength. That is why Vivekananda valued silence so deeply. Silence was not emptiness for him, it was power gathering itself. A mind that never rests never becomes strong. Now here is the most important warning Vivekananda gave. Weakness is not removed by motivation, it is removed by discipline. He believed strength is built through daily mental training, small acts, done consistently, holding the mind steady when it wants to escape, refusing to repeat negative thoughts, choosing courage over comfort, choosing silence over noise, choosing responsibility over complaint. Every small act of inner discipline adds strength to the mind. And slowly, something changes. The mind stops collapsing under pressure. It stops panicking. It stops surrendering. It begins to stand. Now imagine Vivekananda standing before you, upright, fearless, unshaken. And he is telling you, never allow your mind to say it is weak. Never agree with fear. Never train yourself to feel helpless. Stand up, be strong. The habit that weakens the mind is surrendering before the battle begins, and the habit that strengthens the mind is refusing to kneel, even inside. If this message resonated with you, pause for a moment and write in the comments, I choose strength. Not as motivation, as a decision.